Nice to see all of you remotely. That's the way of life. Before I get into the topic of my curiosity, right from the young age, all of us been told death is something to be scared, and we have seen people are crying around dead bodies. So we always wonder what is death and death means for old people. So I also have the curiosity to say that what is happening after that. People tell there is a heaven, there is a hell, and you do good karma, you will get better. So I was always looking for who can help to understand and unravel these things. But then, of course, as you all know, like you and me, we get on with our routines and didn't do that. But then I happened to meet one other coach, I call him life coach, dramatically influencing the whole world and making complex matters much simpler. He is a visionary, he's a mystic, you can call whatever you want to call it. But in my mind, if you have anything to do globally, you want to know about knowledge, you Google. You want to know anything about yourself, this piece of yourself, and some of the complex, our mythology, etc. You want to understand in a simple way, look for one name, that is Sadhguru. So just before Mahara Shivratri, he published this book, Death, an Insider Story. It was fascinating for me to say that, because I listened to some of his videos and speeches, and I happened to meet him in person when he was in Singapore. I said, wow, then he will really make it simple. I got the book, and I'm telling you, he made it so simple that you will fall in love with the book, and you will read many number of times. Okay, now let's come back and talk about what is death. We say that death is there, life is there, birth is there, and death is there. In his own words, and I truly believe now after reading the book and reflecting a lot, there is no death. It is only a life which is manifesting in different forms and shapes. It is all only a cycle of life and life and life. Second, very important quote which he has mentioned in the beginning itself in the chapter he was mentioning about, I don't know, we all know, but we don't realize, life is what you're taking in. Breathe in, the moment you breathe out, that is death. Yes or no? If I take oxygen and then if I'm just released and not able to take it back, I'm no more. And that can happen this moment, tomorrow. It could have happened any second from now onwards. We all know the human body is mortal and hence it will happen. But we never always scared of death in some form or manner. In his book, very beautifully, though it's talking about death, and if people have all the questions about what is ghost, what is heaven, what is hell, is there heaven or hell, what is your experience, at the time of death, what will happen in the last 30 minutes of when you're in the deathbed, what you should do for your relatives and everybody when they go through the passage, and why we do some karmas and pujas and rituals, rites, why? He explains it so simple. I mean, it's logical also, he'll make it sense, and in his own style, he will scold you and then take you through that. But for me, the real revelation, which he is repeatedly telling, the moment you realize that death is certain, that means the day when you're born, he jokingly will say, I can predict your death. More or less, all of you will die before 100 years, right? Jokingly will say. That means when I'm in the birth, as soon as I'm born in this world, or even in the mother's womb at the 40th day when I get the life, I'm clear that I'm going to die. The reason I'm talking about die is not a negative word, I'm talking about really to worry about it. But the more I read the book and what all changes I could make it in my life and the impact which is caused in my life, if I look at it, very simple. You take it, breathe in, breathe out, if that is what is going to happen, then you will live that moment fully and joyfully. Most of the time, like he says, people are doing living death. That means off death, off living. Because if you have to take an oxygen in, you will see, and then when you release oxygen, you feel much more relaxed. It's called sigh of relief, it's called. So death is very relaxing experience, if at all indeed. Nobody says that you should die tomorrow or wish for death. No. But the moment you know that if death comes tomorrow, I'm ready to accept. The moment you accept death, life begins. In other words, life and death is not two different things, it's one and the same. Very profound, my dear friends. I think you should buy. It's 12 chapters and fantastic book. I'll just quote some more examples so that you will get, I'm just telling you how the laddu will taste nice. But unless you eat laddu, you will not realize how sweet it is. So you must buy the book and read. But the real merit after listening to those kind of things, one of the examples he quotes in that speech itself to say that every day night when you're going to sleep, right, in some form you're getting into the depth. And then waking up in the morning, yes or no, we are not sure. During that time, if you are able to be, realizing what is happening, you can feel the experience. But of course, we go to sleep, we cannot realize. But I started a small practice on my own after seeing that 15 minutes of reflection. Because it seems when you are in the death body, death bed, just before that, the whole life will move around you like a movie. He has seen it, he's experienced it, because in his own young ages, he has taken tablets to see that what death means in terms of realizing. And more than that, over the years of so many years of yogic science and everything else, when he says, I tried practicing that every night for me to reflect how was my life so far and how I am today and what did I do. It's a fascinating experience to live every moment and do good, whatever possible form and manner. Most of the time, we live in the past or live in the future. Why? Because we don't live in the present, because we postpone things for tomorrow, because we believe we are immortal. Maybe 100 years I'll die, not now. That's why some of our grandparents or old parents at the 80, 90, they start spirituality. That is not the time to call spirituality. Spirituality is now. The moment I realize death is immortal, it will happen. The human body is immortal, death will happen. You are crystal clear in your actions and deeds in terms of how you can take your life and then move on. That's a beauty. You just think about it. If in our experiential form, if you look at it today, many times we carry all kind of tension, and it is not that life is not easy. If I want to live my life as I want to live, no problem. But I want to live like you. I look up and at every moment I am looking for more and more. Nothing wrong, that's a human tendency because I want to expand and grow. But the reality is, expand and grow in terms of, the whole, you all know the Krishna story. When Krishna, small Krishna opened his mouth, the whole world was seen there, right? That means nothing but each one of us are part of the universe. Universe and us are not different. Our body consists of all the earthly elements, right, from water, earth, fire, everything else. The moment you're able to realize, then you're one among the, you're not completely an isolated individual in some form and manner. That was a revelation. Simple thing which we know that, again he quotes, not in this book, but in his other speech, he'll say, your half the lung is hanging on the tree. Yes, true. The tree is releasing carbon dioxide and you're absorbing the oxygen. You release the carbon dioxide and you breathe. That means my half of the lung is there in that common manner. Wow, what a profound way of knowing, in terms of what death is. Okay, we will have some questions to say that if death is so, it just happened, why somebody is, committing suicide, why there are accidents are happening, and why the people say that heaven and earth. These are the questions I also had. And at that time, before reading the book, I thought, heaven means you do good karma, you'll get better, so people want you to be disciplined. Maybe they were told that way. Which is true, but in this case, just 30 minutes before you die, the kind of experience which you get, in that time, if it is one drop of positivity is there, it expands million times. That means when you die, you blissfully die. Again, in his own words in the book, he says, death is inevitably, it will come, but it should come in the appropriate time. When it is right for you, what you did, whatever you need to do, you're done, and you're going passing on peacefully, that death is welcome. Again, for me, though I talked about death and the book is taught, and that is the curiosity with which I went into the book and reading all lot. But you know what I got to know? It is nothing but the power of now is what much more valuable to me. Though I understood all the questions about, my what will be the knowledge and understanding why is it, which is very important to take care of your relatives and, around, whenever that things are happening. But beyond that, you are able to live that moment, the moment to moment, be able to do good, and you are able to reflect on and grow it. Then, who am I? I say I'm Venkat, but who are you? If I look at it, it's just, the kids will do the bubbles. It's like a bubble. The bubble looks real. Inside there is a air, but after some time the bubble goes away. I'm nothing but like that. I'm born in this world with empty-handed, and then I accumulated all whatever I am today, the muscles, blood, energy, whatever I have is nothing but a part of the earth. When I go back, also I'm going to leave everything back in the earth. I realize it's all we know, but are we conscious about it? If you are conscious about it, every breath you take in, I'm telling you, with humble stance, it's very inspiring. So I try to practice as much possible in the 24 hours. I'm getting at least a couple of minutes or more. I'm able to get into that feeling of, the bliss. But if I can get it for 24 hours of the day, nothing like that. That may be, in my understanding, my spiritual journey as a seeker. That's why we all call ourselves seeker, because we try to seek the truth. That means I'm born, which energy has made me born, from where I come into this world. And each of them, myself and my sister is completely different in behavior, character, contact, appearance. So how things are happening, and then one fine day I'm going to disappear. Then what will happen after that? What will happen to is there any rebirth? These are the questions are beautifully in his own language, beautifully like a kid, a school teacher, how we teach an elementary school. Because I believe that in front of these Gurujis, I'm an elementary school teacher, a school student, to learn, some of this complex topic. After listening, after reading the book, you feel, wow, I understood. It is understood, at least in theory. Practice and experientially, it will take more time for us to get to know. But it was a fascinating journey as far as I'm concerned, that part is concerned. I just want to quote, you're conscious that you'll die. You want to make every moment of your life as beautiful as possible. The quote from the book I'm just reading on. Because what he says is, if you are saying that death is not today, it is going to be sometime later, I'm immortal, then what happens is, you do all kind of mischiefs and you believe that, I have time, or you will not enjoy your life. The moment you will think that I'll postpone for tomorrow, I will retire and then relax, I'll retire and then go to spirituality, whatever you will talk about. But the moment you realize it can happen this moment, then you will be very, very consciously living the life in that common manner. Another quote which I just want to give is that we will take our life for granted. Whether it is, this COVID has taught us. As of today, more than 500,000 people lived yesterday, died. No more in this world. That shows how vulnerable we are. We think we have the superpowers and in many countries, and people think, but we are a small speck because some small virus is coming and teaching us, you are nothing, man, you sit in your home for 90 days, don't get up. A simple walk in the beach was a luxury. Simple eating in a restaurant was a luxury. We all see, right? That is what the universe is teaching us in terms of what needs to be done, in terms of realizing how uncertain it is. So these are the times where the compassion comes in terms of so many of our people, known, relatives or unknown. They lived yesterday, but today no more. And that is what the world is talking about. If you look at it, people use titles. I'm so and so, this is what my designation. After reading the book, in my emails, I just don't use any more titles at all. Right? So, dear friends, fantastic book. All his books are fantastic. If you want to take back one word, life and death is one breath away. Thank you.